Morning, we're at Barrow Fine Furniture joining Tom, and today we are taking your viewer questions. So Tom, we have some good ones. Are you ready?
I guess I'm ready as I'm going to ever be.
Okay. The first one is from Teresa in Pensacola, and Teresa writes, I just bought an Italian leather sofa. It seems like one of the cushions is sagging where my husband sits, and this is making me wonder, how do I know what to look for when I'm going to purchase a couch or any furniture with cushions to keep this from happening to me again?
That's an incredibly good question. All sofas look alike. As you can see, this is a very, very pretty sofa.
Yes, it is.
And worth what the money we ask for it. But you get what you pay for. Let's look at how this sofa is made, because the way things sit is directly dependent on the spring construction underneath it. Let's look at this one. You see, you've got what they call no sag springs, and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows running front to back. If you'll notice this is all particle board.
Right.
So this is what you would call a standard run-of-the-mill inexpensive seat. Now this piece is one that's about $200 more than the one we just looked at before. But look at the difference in the construction in this chair. Instead of particle board, you have real wood.
Right.
You have supports, and you have a coil spring that is tied 8 different ways by hand. This is a lot less likely to collapse, and consequently your seat is a lot less likely to compress. So this is what you would call a better piece of furniture, and well worth $200 more, because it will last a lot longer. And this chair is the ultimate if you don't want any kind of bottoming out on the sofa you're sitting in. This is a blue steel flex unit, and as you can see, there is no give in this, and you don't have to worry about anything going out. This is a patented unit, and with this unit you're not going to get any kind of flattening out. Now, as I say that, I have to also say that all cushion, inside every cushion there's foam, and foam will over time compress a little bit. But with a spring unit like this, it will be very minimal. With the one we looked at before, it will also be very minimal. The first one we looked at, you can absolutely guarantee it.
All right, and as you mentioned, you get what you pay for.
Get what you pay for.
Tom and I are standing in front of this big daddy sofa group because our last viewer question comes from Carol in Milton, and it has to do with something like this. Carol says she bought a living room group for her new house, and when it was delivered, it swallowed her room. She says it's two-tone suede with lots of recliners. She wants to know if you know of any way to make the furniture appear smaller.
Well, unfortunately, there really is no way. The best way to avoid the problem that Carol got into is to take measurements in your home as to what your room size is, and more importantly, where you want this furniture to be. The only way, I think, around that, Carol's dilemma, would be somehow to take a couple of those recliners and move them into other rooms. But you can't shrink the furniture, unfortunately. Right. And you certainly can't take an axe and chop it down. So I'm afraid that Carol is in a dilemma that she could have avoided by doing the proper measuring.
I guess the only other solution is to buy a bigger house.
That's right, buy a bigger house. There you go. So, I'm not in real estate business, but I may get in it.
There you go, your viewer questions answered. Thank you so much, Tom.
You are welcome, Cherish.